Hello, hi, and welcome back to yet another video. This is your programming channel called Adda, and I am Pushkar Mishra, a programming trainer, software developer, and a coder, and also a learning educator for you all. Welcome to the yet another video of the series Python Noob to Pro, and this is the fourth or fifth lecture, I guess. And in this lecture, we are going to learn about what are the data types in the Python, what are the different data types in the Python. We will cover the whole data types in this. And before starting this video, I would like to thank Nutanix School for providing such an amazing content on the website. They have a goal like ultimate step towards to dream job. Zero fee till placement. You don't have to pay anything. You can apply for free. And the students of the Nutanix School are working in the top-notch companies like Google, Zomato, Amazon, Dream11, Byju's, and all. And they have the live classes, industry projects, mock interviews, personal mentoring. On a one note, I would say that they are best platform to prepare you for your placements for your amazing companies to get into the job, and you don't have to pay anything for this. And this channel is also collaboration with the Newton School. So that's all from this one, and now let's start to watch video about the data types. So till now we have learned what is Python, how to code in the Python, how to use the interactive cell of the Newton School in the Python. So I would recommend you guys to use this cell for the programming, and you can also, and it's your choice to use anything. You can use your IDE as well. I am using the code IDE of the online IDE of the Newton School so that I can share you the code also. So in this lecture, we are going to know about what are the data types in the Python, what are the different data types in the Python. So basically, in the Python, we have some of the few of the data types. Let us suppose you know about the variables. So let us create a variable and it is storing the value 10. Y it is storing the value 20, and I would like to print the sum of the values x plus y. Clear? And now I will run this code, and you will see the output is like 30. Clear? In some of the programming languages, if I want to declare any variable, any value, and or assign any value to the variable, then we need to define the type of the variable, that which type of variable is this, or means the data type is something like the variable, what type of variable, what type of value that variable is going to store. Like if I assign it as like int, then x is a variable of integer data type. It will only store the variable of integer. It will only store the value of integer, not any string variables, not any float values, something like this. So in the Python we have a choice, like we don't need to define the data type of the value of the variable. The variable automatically decide which type of value it is by defining, by declaring, and by assigning the value to the variable. Suppose we have a variable z, and I would like to assign it like ram. And ram is a string. Everything which is in the double quotes, whatever we write in the double quote is said to be as string. Okay, it is a string. So ram is a string. So now the type of z is string, the type of x is integer, the type of y is integer. So if I want to know the type of everyone, then I would like the print type a, type x, type y, and type z. Let us know, let's see what is the type of xyz. You will get the output here, that class int, and class string. Everything is in the Python is a class, and the data type is also the object of the class. So what is the class, what is the object, we will cover in the object oriented programming section of the Python class. We will also definitely cover this. So till then you can only set that everything in the Python is a class and everything is the object in this. So we don't need to define like z is a string, so I have to write str. No, we don't need to write this. We can write str, but we don't need to write this. It will automatically assign the data type to that variable, like type z is a string. So in the Python we have some of the basic type of data types. It's like we have integers, we have floats, we have strings, we have lists, a dictionary, and tuple. So these are the 6 type of data types that we are going to learn in this section and in this video. Clear? So let me just quickly access this and okay, perfect. Cool. So now let's first understand what is the integer type data type. So if I want to the integer, then x is equal to 10, and let us suppose we have a marks of a is equal to, where you have to store the marks of a is like 80 out of 100. Marks of b is like 60 out of 100. I want to print the sum of the marks a and marks b. Clear? So marks a and marks b are the integer data type, and I want to assign it like marks a and marks b, and I want to print this statement. So what I will get? I will get the marks of this, like print 140, marks of a and marks of b. Marks of a and marks of b, but the marks can also be in the decimal, like if someone got the 60.5 marks or 60.10 marks and something like this, or the some things are like in the decimal, like temperature 39.2 degrees celsius, 39.1 degrees celsius, 31 degrees celsius, rainfall, elevation, degrees, the angle of something, these are come in the floating point, like in the decimal point or something, then that type of data type is known as a float. So like if I want to store the temperature of something, then let me quickly adjust the screen size. Temperature, then it can be like 100.1 Fahrenheit. If we check the temperature of a body, then it will come like 100.1 degree Fahrenheit or something like this. And if I want to know the temperature b of someone, then it is 99.97.4, and the temperature is like is a very big issue in the COVID situations. So that is temperature A and temperature b. And if I want to know the type of this, then I will write the temperature b type, and let's print this type. Print this type, and let's see what will be the output of our question. That 140, and the class is float. So whatever is the decimal in this, in the Python, it will convert it into the data type as a float. So if I want to print there something, then I can easily print it like add the sum of this, that temperature plus temperature b. Okay, temp b, and let's print this, and it will automatically it comes in the decimal point like 197.5. Now we have the third point, that is after the float we have a point like string. String is something, if I want to store the name of a person, if I want to store the name or text or any sentence, then I can easily store it in the string variable. Just like if I want to store the name, so everything that we will write in the double quotes, it will come in the string. So double quotes में जो भी आप लिखोगे वो सब string में आएगा. Like Piyush is a string. uh, Please online website is like Newton school, it is again in the this. And YouTube channel is again a string, like code Adda, this is a string. So everything which come in the double quotes, between the double quotes, known as a string. It's like I want to name the id, and id is like 10. So this 10 is not a integer data type, this is the string data type, because it is written in between the double quotes. So these are the type of the string, and we can easily print it like YT channel. I want to print the YT channel, then it will come like 147, 187, that code Adda is our YT channel. So whatever you write between the two double quotes, it will come in the string. Yeah, so this is a very good thing in the Python. We don't need to define something like this. The Python will automatically decide what data type is going to assign to the variable of that one. Now if you have lots of things, like if you are a teacher in a school, or if you are a trainer in a school, and you have lots of people, lots of students under you, and you want to store the marks of that people or something. If you are studying in a college, studying in a school, and you have 5 subjects, and in the exam you got score of the 5 in the subjects, and you want to store that score into a programming language, then the one thing that you need to do is the marks 1, mark 2, marks 3, marks 4. You can store like this, like marks of first subject, marks of second subject, marks of third subject, marks of fourth subject, marks of fifth subject. it is not a good idea to store like this. Like it will create a so much hectic thing. Like you have to have to do it every time. If you want to store the marks of the different students, then you have to make the 5 variables of it, and you have to store that value in this. So to simplify this thing, the Python introduces a new data type, and that data type is known as a list. Okay, we have a list data type to store the arrays. Array is the data type, store the arrays or the list of something. So if I want to store the list of something, like if I want to store the marks of the different subjects, then everything you write in the square bracket, it will come into the list data type. So marks, and the marks of first one is like 80.80.52, then you got the marks 60.5, then you got the marks like 99.9%, then you got the marks like 50, not 50, that is 80%. You got 5 subjects and you have 4 marks, that like says 75%. Clear? 80.2, 60.5, 99.9, 80 and 75%. These are your marks in the 5 subjects respectively. So if I want to know the type of this, then let's print it. Print type marks, and I want to print this. So if I print this one, then it will give me the list, class of list. So everything that you write in between the square brackets and the every element is separated by the comma, these elements are the element in the list, and the value that we store in between the square bracket are come in the list data type. So the variable now is a list variable. It comes with the class of list. So marks is a list type. So if I want to know that what are the functions, we have a different type of default functions in the list, in the dictionary and all. So if I want to know the what is the features in the list, then we have a function, a predefined function in the Python, like print dir, and you can like is like list. What I can do with the list. So if you run this command, print dir list, then it will give you the all the functions that you can do with the list data type. Like you can add, class, contain, and in the last you have some like append, clear, copy, count, extend, index, insert, pop, remove, reverse, sort. These are the type of the things that you can do with the, like you can see here, that index, insert, pop, remove with the list data type. Okay, if you want to remove something, then you can remove it. If you want to reverse the string, then you can reverse it. We will cover this type of thing in the separate lecture. Like I will make a lecture, separate lecture with the list and other data types. So don't worry, we will cover these types of functions. So if I want to know what are the things in the Python, like if what are the things in the list we can do, just do it like print dir list, and it will give you all the features, all the functions that can be used with the list. Like if I want to know the index of this person, if I want to know the, if I want to insert something in the list, in the already made list, then we can use the insert function in that. So if you want to store the multiple things within a variable, then you can use the list variable. Now suppose I also want to store the name of the subject plus that marks. Like if I got the marks 80.2 in physics, then I want to store like physics 80.2, because it is quite hectic that which subject has what is the marks of which subject, like 80.2, which subjects has got 80.2, and 60.5, in which subject I got 60.5. So to clear this thing, to simplify this thing, the Python introduces a new data type, and that data type is known as the dictionary. Dictionary contains the key value pair, key and value. Key is like suppose if you want to store the subject name, then subject name in the key and the value of the marks in the value pair. Okay, so I want to store something like the marks A, marks B, like, so I want to the marks with subject is equal to, and list starts with the square bracket, and the dictionary start with the curly braces. Whatever you write in the curly braces, it will come under this, like curly braces, key and value, key and value. The values and key also separated with the commas, and key and value separated with the colon. ठीक है? So colon, and suppose I want to like marks A, subject A is physics. So in the physics I got the marks of 80.2, 80.2. Then in the chemistry I got marks of 60.5. Then in the English I got marks of 99.9. Then in computer science I got marks of 80, and so on. Okay, so that's it. And what I can write, I want to print this. If I want to print this, then print marks with subject, and let's see what we will going to get here. Marks with subject, you will get like physics 80.2, chemistry 60.5, in English 99.9, and CS is equal to 80. Now I want to only print the keys. What are the keys in it? So print marks with subject dot key, and that this is the function that will going to print us only the keys of that data type or something. Keys. Okay. Okay, so keys, you will get a list of the keys, all the keys that is present inside this. Okay, so you are getting the number of keys here, like physics, chemistry, English, and all. And okay, physics, chemistry, English, yes. Now I want to print only the values, so just write print name of the dictionary dot values, run the command, and you will get the values of that, and it will again come in the list. So dictionary also a very good thing, and we can also change this value. We can also change the list values, and we can also change the dictionary values. The next data type is the data type which is not a very famous one, but yes, it is a famous one, and that one is a tuple. Tuple is similar to the list, but it is like a set. It is like a set. Set is something like we can't change or we can't modify the values, predefined values that is already in the tuple later in the entire code. So if you want to store something which cannot be changed in the entire code, then you can store that things in the tuple. So tuple can be stored in the simple braces, like whatever these are braces. So like vowels, we have vowels that is not changeable. We have defined vowels like a, e, i, o, u. So we can store it in this like a, e, I, o, and u. So these things cannot be changed, and the vowels cannot be changed. So if you want to store something which cannot be changed, or which you can't allow to change in the entire code, then you can store it in the vowel. Otherwise you can store it in the list, or if you want to store in the form of the key value pair, then you can store it in the form of dictionary. So this is all about the data types in the Python. We have 6 different data types in the Python, and that's it from this one. So if I summarize these things, then we have the 6 type of data types: integer, float, string, list, dictionary, and tuple. We don't need to define the name of the data type before the variable. It will automatically generate the name of this, and we have this some of the few basic functions that is assigned to the data type, and you can check it with the help of dir method. So I think that's it from this video. We have learned a lot, and from the next video we will cover the functions and the loops and the nested if else statement. And so if you like this video, then please do subscribe to the channel, and I hope you will definitely going to learn this the Python series. The Python is the most trending technology, most trending programming language that is stored in the machine learning and all, so you can learn it very well, and I have made it very easy to learn you all. Okay, so that's it from this video. See you guys in the next one. Till then, goodbye, take care, happy learning and happy coding. Bye bye, subscribe, and don't forget to check out the Nutanix school website. Bye bye, take care, happy coding.